It has been absolutely bitter, bone-chillingly cold outside around the DC area the last couple of days, the last weekend. It's going to continue as we are now into February. We made it to February. Yay. But one segment of our population, our neighbors in our community who are homeless, are dealing with a real threat of hypothermia and other really terrible situations. So we wanted to bring in today Terrance Toussaint from A-SPAN, which is an Arlington organization that has for decades helped homeless people not only get off the streets, but get into their own homes. Terrance, welcome to the show. How's it going?
Thanks, Tommy. It's going great considering the weather.
What should we be knowing about people who are housed in our area? What should we be knowing about people who are homeless and the threats and the situations they're facing these days, and how you're helping them?
Well, I think what we should know and understand is that the comforts and the necessities that we are used to simply is non-existent for most of our population. And when I say the comforts, I mean something as simple as having warmth when it's cold outside, something as simple as shelter, something as simple as getting a meal where we wake up in the morning and get dressed and open our refrigerators and put some bacon and eggs on the stove is not something that our clients have an option to enjoy. And so for them, it's waking up in a cold place on the floor, on the ground, where you may be part of the foot traffic or impeding on someone else's way to work. You have to scrounge around to see who you can ask for a meal. So what A-SPAN does is bring all those comforts, services, necessities to our clients, and we do that simply by offering meals. We do that simply by offering options to get simple things such as IDs, such as birth certificates, social security cards, simple things such as just a place to come and sit and enjoy coffee or a conversation with someone else. You can imagine being on the street. You want to be invisible in a way.
How do you work with your clients? I mean, do they come to you? Are you looking on, especially on these cold days, to help them and provide services and going to them? How logistically, how does that all work?
It's a big to do logistically, and I'll say that because there's so many avenues that we work with. We work with local churches who see people come in need of help also. Different agencies. Sometimes someone may call a hotline for Arlington County looking for shelter. And we're able to take those people in, and the next day help them to connect with our own service providers in-house or Arlington County service providers. We also have an outreach team. The outreach team at least once a week does an early outreach at 4 a.m. Up until midday. And they do this because during normal outreach hours, which may be from 9 to 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., it's sort of hard to catch our clients because they're up and moving around. They're moving through different jurisdictions. And so our outreach team has figured out that it's so much easier to catch someone at 4 o'clock in the morning when they are just starting to rustle so they can move about and get up and out of everyone's way.
Terrance, we've got a virtual breakfast that we are working on for February 12th. And we were chatting, and you mentioned about taking over more space, because of all the COVID protocols that are in place, but also because of a hypothermia area. What does that look like, and how can people support your work getting people out of the cold right now? Because that seems to be an incredibly important immediate need.
Well, the space was very important to us, and Arlington County recognized that and helped us open up another floor in the building that we operate from. And that gave us more space. We also took over our dining area and some of our seating area, we converted those areas into space for our clients to spread out. And we actually set up cots and dividers so that our shelter floor on the third floor isn't as crowded with our 50 clients in shelter. So we split them up. We were able to separate 25 people on one floor and 25 on another. And in hypothermia, we're able to have 35 people on that floor. Now, for citizens, they can really support us by making those calls, letting us know, hey, I saw a guy sleeping at the bus stop, and this is where we are. This is where this gentleman is. And so our outreach team can then go out and engage. As much as they go out and as much as they know where clients are, it's one of those things where they can't be everywhere at all times. And so the community becomes part of our outreach partners in that sense.
You guys are like angels, literally walking the streets of Arlington, working with the community there. It's so wonderful to learn more about your organization and how I was on the website, how community based it is. I mean, you have your team, but you've got an active board member that helps raise money for such a great cause. So thank you for what you're doing.
It's great, no problem. It's part of our culture. Here at A-SPAN. It's part of our path forward, not just for our clients, not so much as individuals, but a path forward for the organization, which creates a path forward for our clients. And so we believe in teamwork and collaboration, not only within A-SPAN, but we believe in that throughout the community and the different service providers and the citizens out there also.
Terrance Toussaint from A-SPAN, thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate all the info.
Thanks.
And you can learn more too at a-span.org. That virtual breakfast is coming up on the 12th. Hopefully you can check it out. Hopefully you can learn more and find a way to support them in Arlington. a-span.org. We'll be right back.